This is a lot harder than I thought. Claire grunted, feeling a burning sensation in her legs as she jumped off the cliff wall and landed on the grassy moss. Hannah followed soon after, nodding her head. I thought crafting weapons required you to work out your body. She began massaging the area where the wolf had bitten into her. Noticing the motion, Claire was concerned. Is your leg alright? Did it get worse? I just think my body isn't happy that I put in so much work. So soon after recovering, Hannah waved a hand and chuckled. It's good to work out an injury, Astrid commented. It just means that your body is getting stronger. Your body will have an easier time putting the energy to where it needs to be, Frida added. Claire could see a look of approval in both of the women's eyes directed to her and Hannah. It was as though the willingness to take on bodily hardship was an indication of their dedication to taking back the world. They are more intense towards their goals compared to the average adventurer, Claire thought to herself. Doing this job, Claire felt as though she was getting a better sense of what Astrid and Frida were like. Instead of getting stronger as a way to protect themselves, the two warrior women saw their jobs as a trial that needed to be overcome. Eventually, they'd need to face the test of the outside world and find out whether they'll pass or fail. Claire had a sinking feeling that they accepted the failing outside the underground city likely meant their permanent deaths. How about we get something to drink? Bill asked, pointing at the river. Abby looked at the water. She then looked back at Bill. Just watch out. Getting the go-ahead, Bill walked over to where the river was located. Watch out for what? Hannah looked at the river, trying to understand the warning. Sometimes there are aquatic monsters waiting for animals to take a sip of the water, Abby explained. Water tends to be an area that predators use as a hunting ground, knowing that other animals will come around. She kept her eyes on the river, as though trying to determine if there were any threats. Claire hissed at the thought, imagining something like a crocodile bursting out of the water. It's not something we can really avoid, so it's better to gain experience, Tommy said. He began walking towards the river. We might as well go over there as well, Abby nodded. She looked at Claire and Hannah. This will be a good experience for spotting aquatic monsters. Being told that there could be dangerous creatures waiting for them to take a sip of water, Claire wasn't enthusiastic about following everyone. At the same time, she looked at the water and wondered what it tasted like. From how Bill phrased getting a drink, she questioned if it meant they could just drink directly from the river. Compared to blood for quenching thirst, Claire preferred the idea of water. I'm a little thirsty, Hannah said and limped after Tommy. It's not really that bad, Candace said to Claire. Brooke nodded her head. Most of the monsters that will spring out of water tend to make it a little obvious since their eyes need to stick out, Candace explained. They also may use some kind of plant life or dead log to hide. This means as long as you stay out in the open, away from anything that could be used by a monster, you should be safe. She waved a hand for Claire to come with them. Both Astrid and Frida were already heading to the river. It appeared that they were used to the types of threats that could come from large bodies of water, so they weren't worried about the danger. Seeing that everyone else had gone, Claire felt like it was silly to be the only one worried about getting eaten by a monster. even more so after she'd been reassured that it was unlikely than likely that would happen.